Haha.
How can I get a better angle? Are we live with you? We are live. Okay, I just gotta go live.
We're live. In a garage.
In a garage.
For Garage Talk PC.
Oh, my arm looks super familiar. Okay. Oh.
Can you scoot a little closer? Oh, it's because your phone lock is on. Press finish. I know. Sorry.
My phone's not.
Is this why you don't do video?
This is why I don't do video. Video is a pain.
My phone lock
It's
isn't
more
on.
personal. Oh, well, just try it again. Because mine did the same thing and then it reset. And now we're good.
Okay.
Just that's it now.
I got to get another one. Because, you know.
We're starting soon.
Hopefully.
You know what?
With any luck.
We need to have one of those, like, with the elevator music and do.
Oh, right. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, here goes. Oh,
Be with you shortly. Here, let me show you what I did. I'm probably gonna.
hey, we're live, but we can't get my phone to rotate.
We might need to not. Yep, that's not
Trying to
working.
hit finish.
No, I was trying to, cause mine, I just accidentally touched in the.
And this is an
Corner.
example of us winging it weekly.
Is that an iPhone?
And
Winging
it's
it in the
yeah.
garage.
So
If
we're
it's
trying to
an
rotate
iPhone,
my
you need
phone.
to stop your transmission. You need to stop the recording. And then once
Maybe
it's,
exit.
Oh,
out.
yeah.
once
it's-
it's stopped, you need to
Oh, you stopped
to
it?
straighten it up and then pull it back over.
Oh.
And it should, unless you have the rotation lock
I
turned
don't. It's-
on, it should auto rotate.
Yeah, cause mine did.
Mine's never done this. Mine's never not rotated.
So don't worry
Okay,
about
what if
that.
I
Now rotate it
hold on? I'm gonna exit out and
and
then.
come back in.
Mm-hmm.
Because the camera should recognize it unless you have it turned off.
Oh, why is that showing up? It is up there.
There we go.
It'll only recognize it before you start recording though.
Got it.
I saw this on your thing last week and I wanted to tell you, but you couldn't hear me through the video.
Oh. Is it working? Is it fit?
It's working now.
Oh, we made it!
Hey guys, I'm Pamela Mulholland, transaction coordinator here with Bree. Oh, go ahead.
Bree Hunter.
Your name's Bree Hunter.
BHP and Company now. Hey.
That's
Let me
right.
see if I can fix your mic a little bit.
We
okay?
are here with Mike Sheahan. Sheahan.
You're from Ireland.
With
You should know how to pronounce my last name.
Sheahan. With
It's
Garage
right here.
Talk, and I'm gonna raise up.
Oh,
I'm gonna raise up like this.
It's not
because
English, you guys.
I'm
In
too low
Gaelic, just
down.
for you.
Anyway, we're here with Garage Talk PC, and we are going live and being part of his podcast. So
Almost around there just a little bit.
join on the bandwagon. I know I can't. Anyway, we're
In
winging
a
it weekly
garage.
right now, so obviously, so we're just winging it. So we have a few technical
bring this
If
difficulties.
we go
Raise you,
missing,
okay?
this is the guy to look for.
Oh
What
right,
happened?
if we go missing, if we're like missing,
Oh.
you're the one.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't you?
Wasn't me.
I can't see it on my iPad.
Oh.
Anyway,
If we
it'll
go
pop
missing.
up. It
It'll
will
load.
pop up. So
If you
anyway,
go missing, it'll be live, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Bree, did you have a good week?
And good angles too.
Did you have a good week?
Good angles. That's all you.
I did
How
not have a
was
great
how
week.
was your week? No, yeah, I mean it's been
Where are you going?
eventful. Well, I'm trying to look good for
Both
my
of us, right.
crew.
Right. So
No, it was blocking my face.
my week was pretty interesting, but yesterday I was down and out with evidently a 24-hour stomach flu, which for the first time ever has actually taken me away from my desk. And I never allow that to happen. But yesterday
It almost was reason to not do today.
yeah, we were going to have to cancel today, but I woke up this morning, true to form, fighting fit and ready for, you
That's
know,
what
that
you
thing.
say.
Yeah.
If I get the flu next week, you guys, it's her fault.
No, it'll hit tomorrow, don't worry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
you're
just
welcome.
wish I had an Irish accent.
It's not an Irish accent. I'm from Northern Ireland, which means I'm British.
Oh, wow.
Please
She's
sound
dropping
corrected.
some knowledge on you.
It's not knowledge, it's just fact.
Oh, that too. Well, it's knowledge about Pam.
It's
So
knowledge
I'm
for us. right?
trying to
Yeah.
Knowledge I
find.
don't know.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Gail. I am busy. This is our world. Hey, Dave / Rhonda. I can't find my live feed on my iPad. I don't know why that is.
Oh.
So that's just for levels, just to make sure that I got you guys good, and then once I have it, then we can come off with it. So,
Here I am.
I like it.
So see, get in a
Hello.
few.
Yes.
Testing.
Yes,
And
Gail,
then
I
if you come
am
out-
British.
Now you can
And
be
I
out
always
there
tell people that here.
because it's a garage. If you give it too much distance, there's an echo. So you want to
Yes,
stay probably about a foot away from it.
Hey, Alan.
You know,
I'm
within
Marco.
range. You're fine. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, you got sick too, Marco. Okay, well here we are anyway.
Oh, there we go.
So it's Mike's podcast, so we kind of monopolized on it a little bit. Mike, sorry,
That's
just
totally
now.
fine.
So we're gonna let you go for it.
No, it's totally fine. We'll get started. I will add my intro later.
So can we?
He's like, when you guys aren't messing things up for me right now.
For
Can
sure.
we disclose that to everybody out there that we do not know what's going to come up with Mike? we
No
we
idea.
don't know Mike. Well, we do now, but
So let me go ahead and start then, yeah?
Yeah, go.
knock yourself out.
All right. So I have been watching Winging It Weekly, and I have to tell you, you said the words transaction coordinator. Everybody knows what photography is, but I'm sure all the people that are watching you, aside from me, know you, and they know who you are. They know what you're doing. They understand
Right.
I mean, I've seen the real estate aspect of it, but I'm not in real estate. I teach college, so I don't know what Winging It Weekly is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means.
Neither do we.
Yeah. Well, so let me start with what it is that you guys do. So I got a little bit because I understand the photography aspect. You started in photography, and you have a history that I actually want to get into, Brie.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
No, I really do. Hey, this is
We were just having that call.
this is my podcast, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I have. You have a history that I actually want to get into because I'm really curious about it. And somehow, somewhere, you got into photography, and you mentioned that last week or the week before, and I can't remember because I do watch these every week.
Yay.
I don't always watch them live. I usually watch them afterwards because in my profession, I wind up in a hospital in the morning on a Friday usually. This is my one weird day where I'm not. And so I understand what you do and how photography became real estate photography. I get that.
Right.
But what is a transaction coordinator? What the hell does that mean? And what do you do?
I'm a therapist.
You're a therapist?
Yes.
For realtors.
Same.
I'm a damage controller.
Yeah.
I'm mom. And this is just a realtor's. No.
Just a-
yeah, that's not a
Nice.
financial planner in my own home. Transaction coordinator, much easier put for the layman, is I'm a virtual assistant, which means I work from remote. Very few of my clients I've met. I've worked with them for 10 years, and some of them I've never met. And so when a realtor sells a home, puts it into escrow, or takes a listing, I manage the file for them. To a
What does
huge
that mean
degree.
to manage the file?
We take the file, we take the contract from the beginning, and we follow all the parties in it, make sure all the paperwork is done, work with the lender, escrow, title, agents, buyers, sellers, whichever side we're representing, or my client is representing, and we coordinate the file for them and make sure that it's fully compliant at the end of the transaction.
So your job is to bring together the title officer, curative stuff, and lender and escrow?
From my perspective, it is. I mean, escrows do the same in a different way, and then
Okay.
the TCs do the same, transaction coordinators do the same in our way, and the goal is to, well, number one, to keep the agent compliant for the Department of Real Estate, and it's risk management to make sure that if it ever goes to court, heaven forbid that ever happen, that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. And
I'm the one drinking today.
And
The dots are eyed.
The dogs are eyed.
Dots are eyed and they're crossed the T's. Yeah.
And to free up the agent's time to go out and get more business. Because more
Okay.
business for them is more business for us, right?
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
that's it on an overview.
All right. And how did so where are you from? Tell me for my listeners. I know your viewers know where you're from.
Not
I'm
really.
Sure. All right.
Some do.
Tell
Okay.
your viewers and my listeners where you're from, and be as specific as possible so I don't screw it up again.
Right.
Lesson learned, huh?
I
We'll
don't
do
know.
that again.
I have some people from Ireland watching, so I better get this right. I'm from Northern Ireland, which is part of the United Kingdom.
Okay.
United Kingdom defines England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. England, Scotland, Wales is Great Britain, and the United Kingdom is the United Kingdoms of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So we're under the British government, which means people from Northern Ireland are British. My passport says I'm British, my birth certificate
Really?
says I'm British, so I'm not Irish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
to me, you sound
It's a different
Irish.
country.
yeah, you sound
It's a
totally.
different, but I don't. If you put me beside
So
someone
Southern
from
Ireland,
Dublin, completely
Southern
different.
Ireland is not considered. So
Southern
does
Ireland
that-
is
I mean-
Ireland. That's what Ireland is. We call it the South, but actually
we just call it the South.
we do. We call it the South because
We have a South
but,
too.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
but
we have a South.
right.
We don't like them either.
I didn't say I didn't like them. I didn't say I didn't like the South. But actually, part
I
of
did.
Ireland.
I got you.
You got me. Part of Ireland
I'll
goes
take
up
that.
to the north. So part of Southern Ireland goes up to the north of Ireland.
Uh-huh.
So but it's all still part of the South.
And so, what brought you out here?
Touchy subject.
Oh,
We're not really touchy.
yeah, it's my podcast. What brought you out here? Go ahead. It's okay.
Husband number one.
Number
Oh my
one.
God, you did ask.
No, it's
Sorry.
okay. No, I hope you're okay. I just
I'm
okay. ask questions. I mean,
Therapy, I'm okay.
all right.
Yeah, I came here out of college with my first husband.
Okay.
And he wanted to come home 2 years to the very date, May 29th, 97.
Wanted to come home.
He wanted to come back to
So
Ireland.
he's from here?
He wanted to.
Oh, he's from
no,
Ireland.
he wanted to move back to Ireland.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't. I'd always wanted to live in the US. I'd gone there on vacation when I was 14. I knew I was going to live here. I just didn't know how. And he had family here, so we came. I stayed. He went back home
Interesting.
and stayed ever since.
Kids together?
I'm glad you did.
Him and I know.
No? Okay.
No, that came with husband number.
How long were you guys married? So I'm trying to figure out
I
how
wanna
easy
say-
it was to let that go. That's all I'm trying to figure out
I
without
was,
actually saying what I just said. But I
Got
said it.
married.
How old were you also?
I was 21 when we got married. He was 19.
Mhm.
Shortly, I can't remember the date. But shortly after we got married, we came here. So we were 22. I was 22 when I
And
came
you were
here.
already a transaction coordinator.
No.
Okay.
I studied textile design and production management in
Oh,
college.
wow.
Never used it and came over here. Bartended for 2 years. Wow, I'm really digging deep.
Yeah, go for it. That's what I want.
This
That's
is
exactly what I want.
Bartended
We'll
for
be here
2
all day.
years. Met my second husband, and he got me into real estate right away. So 2 years after I was here, straight into real estate. That was 22 years ago. Didn't like working with him. He wasn't motivated enough, and I decided to bail ship on that and became an escrow assistant and then
Okay.
an escrow officer.
Oh, wow.
Got out of that for 3 years. Got out of that I was mom. Took a year off. Realized I was not meant to be a stay-at-home mom and became transaction coordinator 15 years ago.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Is that all right?
Yep.
All right.
Got divorced 7 years ago.
So husband number 2.
Yes.
Ah. So you're looking for husband third time's a charm?
I hear that.
Third time's a charm, but not
I don't think
necessarily.
so.
Not
I
necessarily
have 3
husband.
kids.
I do too.
Third time's not a charm.
Right.
I mean, I love my son, but let's face it.
Yes. No, my third one's the easiest one actually. She's my
Yeah.
easiest one. She's me.
I love all my children the same. They listen, so I have to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
I
I
love
just
you all the same.
some are easier than others.
There's no favorites.
Yeah. No,
No.
favorites. I love
Oliver.
Yeah. Seriously. We all,
I'm kidding.
me.
No.
Yeah, we all have our favorites. We just can't say them.
It's
I
just
don't have a favorite though.
I don't have a favorite.
the way
Yeah.
I think
How
of
many
it
kids do you have?
is you have a different relationship with each of them.
Yeah.
You love them
Right.
for different things.
Yeah,
because
that's
they're
true,
so
for sure.
different. They're
You
so
love different aspects of
Yeah.
them.
Absolutely. Do me a favor. Pull your mic just a little bit closer. I know it's going to obstruct your view on your camera, and I
Face.
apologize for that. But
Well, you can't even
But-
see my face.
so-
over.
Well, but yesterday this would have been a much
this,
better view.
Take this and pull it down. This piece.
What
No,
would you
don't
do?
unscrew my mic. Yeah, so you can pull that down so you can pull the microphone up just a little bit. And then, now what? With it up there, now pull that down. Go ahead.
Her face.
I know. There you go.
Wow.
See, now we can still see you,
Oh.
and we can also hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, they're two separate things. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Can't wait to
Yeah.
get my hair done tomorrow. Anyway.
It looks
Well,
fabulous.
We can all see it, right?
I know,
So,
it's getting done tomorrow.
so,
Random comment.
so, what company do you work for? A specific company, or no?
Myself.
You work for yourself. So you've been independent for how many
15
years?
years.
15 years now.
Self-employed for 15. I
Wow.
don't do corporate.
That's actually really awesome. And now let's talk about you.
Well, that's not a good idea.
Oh no, I wasn't going to talk about her. Fair is fair though, right?
Fair is fair.
Fair is fair, West
Fair
Ham.
and nothing
All right,
more.
all right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So-
That's
What do you got?
I want to know. So a couple of weeks ago, maybe it was last week, maybe it was the week before, you were talking about how your history got you into photography, and if whatever had happened hadn't happened, you wouldn't have gotten into photography, and you wouldn't have the love for it, and you wouldn't be doing that now. I want to find out whatever happened.
That's funny. We were just talking about that on the way here.
Wasn't that one of the things we weren't allowed to talk about?
But this is my podcast.
I know.
So
I
I'm
know.
curious.
Kidding.
Is it okay that we talk about it? I mean, I made her talk about hers. So I mean, honestly, is it all right?
You can talk to her if you want.
Of course, I'm not.
So you're 30.
My life is an open book.
You're 30. Your life is just starting.
Oh,
I mean,
thanks a lot. That just made
46.
me
You're
sound
40. No, I'm 46. You're 47. We're getting into the. We're ready to buy motorcycles and.
And no one heard that at all.
Oh.
They all think I'm 21.
She is.
I'm 21.
Yeah, she's
Do I need
21.
to edit that out? I
He's
can't. I do all this
mistaken.
stuff in
It's
post.
too late. I can't edit it on my
Fact
live
check.
feed, can I?
Oh, that's a good point. Sorry.
Sorry, past that.
Sorry, I'm way too honest for the world. I apologize. This is why I don't do that. So I don't
Right.
go live. So, at 30, how long have you been doing photography? We'll work it backwards. How about?
About 30 years. No, I'm kidding.
You're all in the womb. I have
Yes.
pictures.
I have
It's a little
pictures.
dark. I do have pictures. Okay, no, when I was a kid, I used to take my mom, she had a huge camcorder, which when you're 7 feels like a freaking car on your shoulders.
You don't even know. We had one of the first ones, so I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So it was probably like,
It was huge. It was like
Yeah.
a TV camera. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Yeah, a real cheap
it was like this big.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I always took like videos of our family, you know, and then after that I got into, my mom had cameras, and so I would play with those and take pictures of, what are you doing?
Nothing?
She has the headphones on. She can hear it better.
Oh yeah,
She can hear what I
the
can hear.
typing.
I don't have a third set of
Same
headphones.
here.
We weren't going to wear them.
No, I get it. This favoritism.
I'll trade you for a minute.
That's favoritism. Wait, she's not 21. She's 30. She's an old cat.
A SpongeBob would say 21. Never mind, it's a random comment. Just keep moving on.
So,
Continue.
so I would take
Yeah.
pictures of my family and stuff, and then it turned into wanting to take pictures of landscape and flowers and trees, just things that I feel like I appreciate and I pay attention to weird little things like that, and so I liked capturing it. And then when I was 18, I had a boyfriend who bought me a camera for my birthday, so I ended up just kind of running with that. But it was more of a getaway type thing when I was super
Hobby.
stressed out.
Right.
I would just go, I just drive, and I still do it sometimes. And go take pictures. I don't want to talk about that. Yesterday was a rough day for me in Lancaster.
I guess we'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, and then one day a real estate broker he called me. I was on vacation, and he called me, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to take pictures of my listings? I'll pay you $50 a house." And at the time, I was in a pretty bad relationship, and I needed money. I needed to work on becoming independent for my son and I. And so I did. I started shooting homes for him, and honestly, the first thought that came to mind was, why would I take pictures of houses? That's the weirdest
That's what
thing.
you said in Winging It Weekly.
Yeah, I always thought of photography as landscape or people. Landscape or people. That's it. Not architecture,
Right.
not real estate. But once I started, the very first shoot I did for him, I was just like, wow, this is actually kind of cool, because you have to find a way to make a room look appealing to someone,
Right.
so that they want it. And so I actually ended up becoming I did business development for their office later, and I worked with the investment side, so I met a lot of realtors. And when shortly after my daughter was born, my second child, that side of the company kind of took a dive, and so I had no work, and I was a single mom with 2 kids. So I called all of the realtors that I had developed relationships with and texted every realtor that I knew and said, "Hey, I'm not doing investments anymore. We're not flipping, but I do take pictures of houses," because that was kind of like a side thing for me, just extra money. And they fully supported it. I had so many realtors that said, well, why, and I never thought to do it, but why don't you come into our office and do a presentation? And I don't like public speaking. I don't like...
And here you are.
I don't like attention.
She's
I
doing
know.
great now.
Facebook
Here you are.
Live is...
And all you want is attention right here.
It's all about
well,
her.
it gets me
It's all
business.
about followers, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Sorry about that.
it's okay. It's not loud for our viewers, so. Yeah, so I got up and I started doing presentations for offices, and people knew what I was going through, so I think they wanted to give me a chance. They wanted to help me, and it really did. But from there, I learned more and I grew more.
Stop scratching the mic.
And it,
You can't scratch
Hands
it with your
down.
nail. You can't scratch it with your nail.
that's funny.
You can't fidget.
Yeah, so it grew from there, and my passion for it grew. I love taking pictures.
What did you do
of
before you
houses.
did it professionally?
Work-wise, I worked at Gold's
Yeah.
Gym. I worked for Verizon Fios doing door-to-door sales. That was
Ooh.
awful because I'm not a
You're one
salesy
of them.
person. No,
Oh.
I wasn't. I had every door slammed in
You
my
didn't
face.
work for Kirby, did you?
Uh-uh.
Alright, good. I hated those people.
No. Yeah. Just
Kirby
kind of
salesman.
random things,
Yeah.
regular kid jobs. You know, I was 21 when I started doing real estate photography and all of this.
Okay.
So
Oh, so it's been a while though.
yeah, I've been
Okay.
doing this for 9 years now, I guess. Ooh.
So you didn't do much before this. I know you're getting old.
Yeah.
Slow your roll.
No,
So-
I didn't.
Sounds like she did a lot.
But
I
I
mean,
mean,
I had a
this
lot
has
of
been kind of her
jobs,
main
but-
gig for
Yeah.
that period of time.
Yeah.
So,
for a while.
so you work independently as well, or do you work
Yes.
primarily for a specific realtor or a couple realtors?
No, I work for anyone. I mean, homeowners or realtors hire
Okay.
me. But it's just me. I've built a team and I'm working on growing it. I have an assistant, an editor, and one backup shooter. I'm actually, after this, going to interview a second backup shooter.
Yeah.
Once it picks up, it always gets pretty busy around spring and summer. So.
Do you do weddings and things like that as well?
I do,
Yeah.
yeah. Occasionally, more so just for friends. They'll ask me to, and
Gotcha.
I enjoy it. But it's not something I don't want to. What is it? Jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah.
Right.
So I don't want to come out there like I'm a photographer. Just general. I want to be known for real estate. So
Right.
I think we're both pretty passionate
Not
about
that
real
I-
estate.
yeah.
Like we know it, and that's what we like.
Even I plan to get my real estate license, and eventually, once I have this. No, I do. I love real estate. I love all aspects of it.
I'm not sure if they
You
heard
could be
that,
my
but I
sister.
heard that really well.
I said, don't do it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
I'm kidding. It's a great career.
So what honestly made you guys decide to do Winging It Weekly? Because that's why I wanted to have you guys on, because I saw that and I'm like, all right, what are they doing? And I'm like, are they at a winery? Where are they? I want some
Video
wine.
gets
I'm like,
more-
what's going on?
Yeah, video gets more attention on social media.
Mm-hmm.
People are more likely to click on that and listen to you than they are to read a whole thing about you, especially if you're being goofy and...
Do you have any statistics on your viewers?
No, I don't, but we should. We're new at this.
No, I'm just wondering, are your viewers, I hear you guys responding to people's questions verbally
Mm-hmm.
as though you know them. Are the viewers that
Most
you're
of them
responding
I
to,
do.
they're people that you know?
Yeah.
So your goal is to gain viewers you don't know, right?
Mine, well, I have like 2,500 on my Facebook
Mm-hmm.
from all over mostly in this area and San Diego, California,
Okay.
but a lot of them are out of state as well. So for me, there's some people we have on there that we know, yes, but I would say the majority coming on are watching after the fact. Mine, I don't know them per se.
So you can't see
Per se.
views. You can't see views after the Facebook Live. You can't see who's viewed it, or can you?
I
don't know.
think it still shows.
I don't do Facebook Live.
I think so.
I'd be
It
scared to
shows
death
the
to
viewership,
Facebook
but I
Live.
don't know if it shows who they are. That's a good
Okay, we'll
question.
get back to you on that.
Well, I mean,
Kevin
I
Philly.
know a guy.
Oh.
Just saying.
Well, Kevin
Sorry about your table.
Feely at Lazy Cow, who
This
I
is
do
a
work
poker
with, would
table.
be
It is a poker table. Yes, this is my poker room / gym / boat storage / old fridge that doesn't work
/podcast room.
/ podcast slash man cave with a dartboard.
Yes,
I mean, that's really what this is.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It has everything.
There's a lot here, guys.
It doubles, triples, and quadruples for everything.
Yeah.
It's
Definitely still not seeing the wine though.
I know.
I don't
I'm
drink
waiting
wine.
for that.
You want wine?
No.
Oh.
Not me.
I honestly, I would have a glass right now. But no.
I might have some. I can go over.
I don't want any. If I did that, I wouldn't work for the rest of the day.
Cheers to that. Yeah, for sure.
I've got a pretty easy rest of my day.
I'm all about it. This is my day. This is my whole day right here. This is my weekend. This is all I'm doing all weekend.
Oh, I'm insanely jealous.
Nothing planned the rest of this weekend.
I'm getting my hair done. Have I mentioned that?
Oh yeah, are you getting your nails done too?
You've
And my
mentioned
nails?
it,
Oh,
yeah.
On my toes.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned it like
Once or
20
twice.
times.
Yeah.
Getting the.
We're
Getting
really
the
happy
female.
for you.
But are you gonna get your hair done though?
You deserve
I
it.
mean,
You really
You know
do.
what? I'm thinking of getting it done
yeah,
tomorrow
you
at
probably should.
4:30.
That'd be
Oh, okay.
tomorrow at 4. You thinking about
So
that?
you're gonna get your nails done before or after?
Before.
What time are you thinking about that?
I'm getting 1:30 to be exact.
Yeah.
What
Where are
color?
you thinking about getting them done?
Doing
at?
cocktails before that. Red apple in Vista. My hairstylist is Lucy Catapang in Carlsbad.
Totally fine. And
That
they do a
was
good
rabbit
job.
trail.
I
I
do.
like it.
They do.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
I've been here for a year and I still go to them, so I think that's a test to their
Yeah.
awesomeness.
So you've only been in this area for a year?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you move when you moved out here?
To Temecula.
No, he means
Where
from,
they moved
from
from.
Oh,
Ireland.
for the love of God, that's still this area. You know that, right?
Right. What do you mean when I? Oh, LA.
When
I
you
moved to
Oh,
LA.
Jesus.
When you came,
Christ,
what
I
is
know.
it? They say it across the
Pond.
pond. That's it.
I moved.
Across
To LA.
They only say that
For 4
like in
years.
England and Britain. You're from Ireland.
Well, she says she's British, though.
I'm
Of
British.
some sort.
I came across the Irish tea. See?
What the hell just happened?
I know.
I don't
right?
know.
I'm not sure what happened.
No. LA, 4 years.
Where at
San
in
Diego,
LA?
Anyway. Torrance.
Okay, alright. Not too far off. Yeah,
Nope.
not too far. That's cool. Because I grew up in LA.
I'm sorry.
I love it. I loved every bit of it.
I like
Yeah.
LA, but not to live anymore.
Well, it depends on where. I mean,
True.
if I could live in Beverly Hills, it'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. That'd be great.
I'd be broke. I'd be on the street.
Well, you have to be
I
rich.
wouldn't
to
trust
live
it.
there.
With my wage.
You got to be rich to live there to start with. So,
Right.
you know. So with Winging It Weekly, do you guys when you do it every Friday at 10:30, right? Do you have an agenda coming on? Do you have
We
something?
don't plan it at all.
You just sit down and talk about your week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, because I've seen that. I didn't know if that was planned. You know, like I had an
No,
agenda
no.
in my head for you guys, and this is it. But I
No.
prefer not to share it if I don't have to, because it's it's more fun for me.
Less scripted. Yeah.
Well,
Plus,
it
you
makes
get
it
to
a-
catch people off guard.
Well, yeah.
With this
and-
little-
And then there's that.
So, how was the last 10 years of your life, Bree?
So tell
The
me about
hardest.
that relationship.
The
Yeah.
hardest.
Yeah,
Yeah. no.
addressing,
No, and
addressing
I-
things that we hide from.
Don't name drop names.
and I saw you. I saw your face change, so I didn't want to pry too much. Whereas you seemed a little stronger in it. Not that you're not strong, but you seem a little affected
Oh,
by it.
this
Little affected
this
by it.
smile hides
Yeah.
a lot.
So I didn't want to pry too much, or I would have pried a whole lot more, to be quite honest. I'm not trying to make.
I don't want to
people
make
upset.
anyone else to be bad. That's why I wanted to be
Oh,
careful.
we're all
about
bad.
this.
Everybody's bad.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
a jerk. I mean, that's just the way we
Well,
roll.
That's a bit harsh.
How long have you been? No, it's true though.
Are you a jerk? Well, you said something really mean
Depends
to
who
me
you ask,
earlier.
so
What
per-
did she say?
What did I say?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah,
Oh,
I remember she said something.
Was I
really
was I
rude.
here?
Yeah.
Was I listening?
About Cork?
Probably not.
I'm a guy. I mean, I
Probably
got
not.
nothing. I'm
About
sorry.
Cork?
No, that was to me. I remember
Oh.
that because that was actually to
She's
me.
just
Yeah.
on a roll today with her comments.
I didn't say anything
Everybody's
to
from
you.
County Cork, and County Cork sucks. We got it. Yeah.
I did not say that.
Thanks. Well,
I did not say
I mean, you might as well have. I mean, it was all the same.
And then to back it up, she tells about
Oh
her
wait, you have
friend.
somebody from Ireland listening right now, right?
You said you had a friend that she was kind of being,
Oh, that wasn't a friend.
yeah, well, okay.
That's not the one from Ireland listening right now.
Oh,
No,
is
this
she?
was somebody from Fallbrook.
Oh, from Fallbrook.
Yeah.
Moving
That's
on.
our own County Cork, right? So,
No, I did not say
no,
that.
you said I don't know. She said all kinds of stuff. Everybody, I'm just letting
Off
you know.
camera.
She was saying
Off
things.
camera.
Hey,
Oh,
you know
dear.
what?
Nice
So
day.
I was in a
That's
deposition one time, and we went off record, and the opposing attorney who was deposing me was asking me questions, and I figured we were off record so I could just talk.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got back on record, and he goes, the first thing he goes is, "So off record, you told me," and I was like, "Oh my God, yeah."
No.
So just saying, if it's off record, it's coming on record.
No.
That's
It's
the way we
gonna.
roll. Yeah, that's how.
Yeah.
So if you want something kept to yourself,
Keep
keep it to
it.
yourself
Or
Once
Always.
it's out there,
Or
it's out there.
Or
forever,
talk to your-
especially right now.
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
mean,
be
we're
out there in how
live.
many different ways.
We're live.
Yeah,
yeah.
and this will be posted tonight, so you guys are done.
That's it.
Oh, mine's
I'm
well, ours is posted
very-
right now. So we're
Yeah, but you're getting a whole new group of listeners tonight.
yeah.
So
Not exciting.
yeah, so when did you start Winging It Weekly?
A month ago.
Yeah, about a month ago.
A month
I think
ago, and
we've
you've been
done
doing it
4.
ever so. This is 4.
This is
yeah.
number 5.
This is number 5 today.
Yep, number
All
5.
right.
Yes, it is 5. It's really bad when you can count on one hand.
We started putting it on our
That's not bad.
YouTubes as well.
Oh yeah.
We
She
have it on
has it on her
YouTube.
too. I was thinking we should create
We need to
a
create a new.
specific one.
We need to create a new.
Yeah, I'll do that
YouTube.
today.
Oh, you're awesome.
So you're wait. So you're putting on your you're putting on your personal stuff, right?
She has been, yeah.
Well, for this
I
year,
do
we
too.
go live on our personal
Mm-hmm.
because it gets better viewership than if we go, for example, on Breeze and me do a watch party, or if we do it through our Winging It Weekly Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
because not everyone on our personal pages knows about Winging It Weekly. It gets less viewership through that as well than if we do it through our
What
personal.
if you did it through Winging It Weekly and did a watch party on your personal
We did,
pages,
yeah.
and that still doesn't get
No,
doesn't draw
It wasn't
people
as
in?
much. I think because it was a shared thing instead of an actual live.
Right.
You were doing it post.
Because
I
people
think
see
it
when you're
shows up
sharing.
differently.
It does. When people see that you're sharing it, they're like, "What's Winging It? Oops, what's Winging It Weekly?"
But it seems to me that wouldn't that you know if
Made
if,
sense
if I
to us
if I
until
watch
it
your
happened.
page because I'm your friend and you never share Winging It Weekly with me, I'm just gonna keep going to your page. I'm not
Right.
gonna go
Right.
to Winging It Weekly. So it seems to me,
Well,
and maybe I'm wrong. It
these are
seems to me like
viewers.
a drop in viewership who want to come find you. So today I was looking for Winging It Weekly, right?
Right.
Which didn't happen, and I was disappointed.
We're gonna
Yet.
have to share it.
So I went to your page, and I went to Winging It Weekly. I
We
went
should
to
do
all
that.
3, but I actually started with Winging It Weekly. And if you go to my Facebook page, you'll find Garage Talk PC on my Facebook page, and I know you'll find Winging It Weekly on yours.
Both of them.
Not is it on yours?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I
We're
didn't
both
see it
on-
on yours, but
No, he means the about part where you put
correct.
worked for or whatever.
Right. If you go to my page, it
Oh,
literally just
I
has
see.
Garage Talk PC. I don't put any other information. But then I also
gotcha.
I teach college, so I don't need that kind of outreach. I don't need that kind of crazy people knowing where I work.
Right,
Mhm.
right. So on my Facebook page, it says that I co-host Winging It Weekly.
It says you manage
or manage. Yeah.
something that I didn't pay attention to. I apologize.
Oh.
And Winging It Weekly.
At least he's honest.
Yeah, I apologize. It said you manage both of those. Don't look at me like that. I apologize. I'm
She's
being
sassy
honest.
today.
Hey, and I'm the most honest
Today?
person today.
Always,
Seriously.
always. That's true.
Yeah, it says in mine that I manage Smart Solutions, which is the name
That's
of my
it.
company.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mine just has BH photography on there, so that's a good idea
Right.
is to put this on there too.
So you need to put it on there. So I find that, I mean, you have a page for BH photography, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a page for yours? For I forget already what it was.
Smart Solutions, and I have 2 actually, but
You have
I don't
2?
really, to be honest with you, I don't really use them.
Okay. And then you guys have personal YouTube pages that you're putting these videos on?
I'm putting it on mine, but Bree's right. We're going to start our own YouTube, Winging It
Mhm.
Weekly YouTube,
Yeah.
and posting it on there.
So I have right now. I have a personal one that I've created for my family, and that's kind of like a I don't know, go somewhere, check it out, show the place kind of deal.
Right.
And then I have one for my real estate photography, but the video or the YouTube that I have for that one, it's just, walkthroughs of homes and stuff, my real estate video, which no one really wants to go on YouTube and watch, let's be honest.
Well, I mean, the realtor could link to that, but the realtor has that on their MLS
And they're
site
going to
anyway,
put it
right?
on their YouTube.
Yeah.
So what I did is I started putting ours on that one too.
Mhm.
But yeah, we should create like a joint one, the Winging It Weekly.
Winging It Weekly YouTube.
Put it there and then,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
But it
probably best. I have a friend who
Yeah.
does a podcast and he does a video podcast. So, he's on Spotify, Apple, Google, all the major ones, and then he posts the video portion to YouTube. So I'm on all the major ones, but I'm because I don't do video, I'm not on YouTube. So, but we're on Spotify. We're on.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Oh for sure. Yeah. What do you think? I do this for just so I can listen to it? Yeah. Yeah. No.
He listens to it as he falls asleep.
Yeah. I'm like, winging it weekly.
Listen to.
Thank God.
Such a guy.
Oh, I was talking about yours.
What's that?
I said you're such a guy, so sensitive.
Oh my God.
They call women emotional.
Oh, that is true.
Jeez. Oh, now you really hurt my feelings.
Oh.
So, oops, sorry about that. So, where do you want to take Winging It Weekly?
Everywhere.
What's your goal for that?
Global. She's going. I mean, honestly, I think we just want it to grow, and the more people see us, the more they are going to find out what we do, and our business will grow. I mean, I don't know. Wouldn't be winging it if we had a plan, right?
It's still a good name.
It's
Even if you do have a plan.
Yeah.
We went back and forth on that for about 700,000 hours, right? We came up.
We did, and then but it came up.
involved in that one.
When is it not with you? Just kidding.
Right now, apparently.
And you.
I mean, and me. You just met me.
Wow.
Hold on.
I mean, you've got a beer right there, man.
3.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have. All right, I have 3. You're right.
Well, I think we didn't really cover it is you asked why do we start Winging It Weekly?
Yes.
And so I can't answer for Bree, but I can answer for myself from my perspective, is I've always wanted to do like a YouTube thing, and my kids, and you have Happy Hunters?
Yeah.
My kids always wanted to do a YouTube channel as a family, but it had to be something corny and funny and pranks and challenges.
You
and
wanted to be like the EB
You
family.
need a lot of time to do those
but
things.
you
though.
do need, that's a full-time
Even
job.
I've got
It
one
is.
now that I need to still put together, and I'm like,
It's not easy to do that, and so Bree and I somehow came up with doing what we do now, and but it wasn't to be, well, I think initially it started out that it was to be real estate based, but then as we got together to do it, it naturally gravitated towards real life experiences. We're both single moms, being single moms,
Right.
those challenges.
And you homeschool.
I know,
homeschool.
crazy as well.
That's horrible.
Does that?
It can be.
That's.
I don't know how she does
How old
it.
are your kids?
10, 11, and 17.
Okay.
Same dad. Just so we're clear.
Oh wow, thanks, Pam.
Well, everybody always says that. No.
Throw me under the bus.
I
right
didn't mean
away.
it like that. No. The reason I say that is because the reason.
We're done.
You know what? All
Flip
3
the
of my
table.
kids have the same dad too.
Well,
Nice. Good call.
no. The reason I say that is because
My kids have the same mom.
the same mom. No, the reason I said that is because I always get people always have the audacity to turn around and say, "Oh, 17 and 11 is a gap,"
Yeah.
and they go, "Oh, same dad." Like who says that? Who says that?
I don't know.
I would
Well, I'm
never say
offended
that.
that people think mine are all from the same guy.
But you just
Well,
don't go
that's
up
a
to
dangerous
someone.
statement right there.
Why? I was kidding. But no, you're right.
That's a dangerous.
But you
Because
just,
that'll go the other direction.
Yep.
well, but you just don't say that to somebody. Oh, are your kids? Like,
Oh, people say stupid things all the
people
time.
say stupid things.
So they are from the same dad. I'm teasing. I'm totally
People
teasing.
still.
They are.
I've had people recently. Oh, are you just doing this through high school? Oh, thank you.
What do you
Well, I mean,
Real estate
yeah.
photography. They
They're like,
think that
is it
I'm-
ROP?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
they say, oh well, do you have kids? What? Why? You're so young. And I'm
Like, when'd you
well,
start at 13?
Oh, I see what you're
Jeez,
saying.
yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. But I'm just saying stupid things that people say.
Oh, I hope.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could go on.
I could go on, but I'm not going to bring that
I'm the
up.
person who says all the stupid things, so I
Oh,
can't even get in that conversation.
and here you are with the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Listen to some of them. You'll find out. Yeah.
I'm going to.
Oh,
No, we
find out where
didn't.
they
We
are.
did no research on you.
I know, that's horrible.
Except a little bit of
You
light
just-
Facebook
We just swung it.
stalking.
We just swung it. We just winged it.
showed up at some guy's house to do
You
a
literally
podcast in
just
his
showed up
garage.
to some dude's house, walked into his garage, let him shut the door.
No. We walked into the bathroom first.
Well,
Let's be
you know.
fair. With the seat up, man.
Not together.
Well,
No, not together. That's
you
weird.
did say we, though. You did say we. for
Well, I
sure.
didn't mean. Well, if you're in
Thank
Ireland,
you.
we all used to go. Did you ever do that? In Ireland, and I say in
I want to say
Ireland-
no before you even ask the question.
Right. Well, when I say
She's
in
still
Ireland,
gonna tell you.
I know.
because that's where I grew up. But whenever we would all go out at
No,
night, we would
you
go.
didn't grow up in Ireland. You're not Irish,
You're British.
right?
UK-ish.
Awesome.
No.
She's right.
True, I'm British.
So I mean, which is it?
Grew up in Belfast. Well, Raffrey actually, Derry Boy, Barnamacry. Those are where we're from. Anyway, all the girls would go out to the pub, and we would all gravitate to the toilet to go to the loo together. And it's like you look back in that and you go, we even took our drinks with us. Yeah. British thing.
I mean, if I'm
I know, right?
under the
I mean, you
influence
weren't.
of alcohol,
It's not like you were sharing the toilet. I mean,
go. I'll go.
Well, not at the same time.
yeah. I mean,
But we were all in the
Wait,
cubicle.
with men?
So
Did you
weird.
say men?
did you say
No.
cubicle?
Oh.
You called it a cubicle.
She calls a
Wait,
lot
what do
of
you
things
call it?
really weird. Really weird.
I mean, I get.
Oh,
rude.
it's a stall here, isn't
Well,
it?
I mean, a
Stall.
cubicle. You say cubicle, and I think of the movie Office Space.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is anybody from Northern Ireland
In a
on here?
burning
Do we
building.
call it? Do we call
Is
it? Yeah. No. Oh, I don't know anymore.
what do you mean you
Toilet.
don't know?
I don't know what we call it. A stall in Ireland. A stall to me is what you keep a horse in.
That is also a stall.
Yeah. Well, English is a little bit silly.
I don't know what we call it now.
Wait,
You've
They
confused
speak
me.
English in Ireland. You
Well,
know
no,
that,
I
right?
know. I'm saying the English language is
do you wanna
silly.
hear
That it
some-
means stall,
You want
it's
to
a
hear
horse
something
stall, or
funny?
it's a bathroom stall. What?
Whenever I
Maybe
first,
because there's a door that shuts. That's what makes it a stall.
I don't know.
Essentially, it does
I
the
have
same
no
thing.
idea.
that a
I
horse
got
stall
nothing.
does. Why are we?
I don't know
even-
what we call it.
All right.
But I was
know,
asked.
we drifted, but it's
anyway.
kind of fun.
Yeah,
When
this
I-
is what we do.
Wait, this is what we do.
Totally
We
fine.
wing.
Hey, you know what? We got through my stuff. Let's wing it.
Oh yeah. Do you have anything more?
Um,
Any further questions?
Any further questions? I might. Let's.
We'll wing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
What were you gonna
absolutely
say?
might.
No, I was just gonna say when I first moved over here or moved down here, I was asked, does Ireland have beaches?
Isn't this technically up?
Who?
This is up, right? Not
Is it
down.
north? No.
We're north of Ireland, aren't we? Yeah.
What did I say when I moved?
Down here.
No,
No,
I
we're
meant
not in
from
Australia.
LA. No, I meant from LA when I moved down
This is still up.
to San Diego from LA.
You know
I
what
moved
makes me
down.
laugh?
All right.
That's
is
what I
when
meant.
people say, "I'm going down to Orange County."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not going down. Yeah, right.
That's north.
Or somebody who literally lives down the hill from you and says, "Come up here."
Well,
And
no,
I'm
no, I
like,
haven't
I
had that
can't.
happen.
Right.
I can't do that.
See, that's funny
Uh,
you two say that because that's something that really irritates
Come
me
up here.
here, and I've never heard anybody else complain about.
Oh,
it.
I hate it. I hate it.
Nope.
People are like, "Oh, come down here," and I'm like, "You live up the street.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not coming down there,
Right.
but I'll be up in a minute."
Oh, see, I'm
I'll
not the
be
only
there.
one.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not the only
Not
one.
down there.
So I use the word "come over."
Yeah.
Cruise
Come
over.
over, yeah.
Come over.
And what is this thing with everybody over here having to schedule you in? I don't have to schedule
whole
my
life
friends
is
in.
scheduled.
Well, yeah, scheduling during my workday is different. But if I'm home on a Friday night, you don't have to call. You don't have to call and say, "Hey, are you free next Friday night? Can I pop over for coffee?" You don't have to do that with me.
Oh, I
We
just
don't
show
do
up.
that in Ireland. We just show up.
I
I think that people used to do that because even like when I was a kid, you just.
My friends
show up.
hate me for
Right.
that. My friends absolutely.
Oh,
hate
yeah,
me for that.
so-
They can't
yeah.
stand it.
I think it would be
I
amazing.
just show up. I'm just like, I'm
Yeah.
like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And they're like, "Well, I'm eating dinner." I'm like, "Oh, what are you having?"
You got extra?
Do you have an
I mean,
extra plate?
I am single.
All right.
You
So.
know, I'm single. I'm
does
like, that's funny because I'm really hungry.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I'm the same. But then my house is the neighborhood drop house for all the kids.
Yeah.
It's so normal for me to have 5, 6, 7 kids in my house.
I
After
never
school,
have company
all from
at
the
my
same dad?
house.
Well, you just never know where the answer's on. But no.
Some people have 3.
Oh my god.
Hey, we didn't bring it up. I just want to point that out.
Honestly,
Her and I
I
left
did
that
not-
alone. We left that
I did
alone.
not-
You did
my
that.
life is an open book.
Is it? Because I tried to ask about it and you seemed to get really upset about it.
It is.
You seem like you were going to get.
Well, because
This is
no, you have
ridiculous.
to understand, and I'm sure you're the same, or maybe you're not. Let's talk about that. But
Yeah, for sure.
we have people on there that on
Ask
our
me anything you want.
Facebook. No, I'll get to that.
Yeah.
We have people on our Facebook that like for her, she has
Well,
her
you see,
kids'
for a lot of
dads
people,
and-
this is news to them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
Oh no, that's okay. That's
that's who we are, right?
Yeah. I don't think it doesn't matter that much to me. It matters more to other people.
Yeah, well,
Why?
you don't want to
Why
get
do you
on.
think it matters more to other
Oh,
people?
great, here he goes.
Why do you? No, really. Why do you think it matters? No, I'm a guy who doesn't give a shit. And I'm sorry. I know I'm
Well, I
cussing
think
on your
there's-
stuff. This is
you're fine, you can cuss.
all right. Careful what you wish for. I've been really
Minimal.
subdued. Yeah, I've been really subdued.
Okay, we're gonna have to listen.
I'm a guy who, yeah, I'm a guy who doesn't care. What makes you think people care? You know, like I don't care what people say or think
I
about me.
don't.
I know me. My friends know me. My family knows me. My kids know me. Done.
Mhm.
I don't
So I
care
think
what
it's,
anybody else thinks about me, and I stopped caring 10 years ago.
It's
Crickets.
I know, for real. I actually think I heard one.
I stopped caring the past year. It's taken me coming out of divorce. It's
Yeah.
taken me. My fingers are oh, like you're pulling a hair off my finger.
You're touching the
Um,
mic.
Yeah, you should. I stopped giving her crap.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
There you go. That's all right.
Coming
My
out
listeners
of.
just have to deal with it. That'll be fine. That's fine.
That's right.
Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
No, I think there's a lot of people that care because they want to find fault in other people.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's a huge one that they can easily say,
What's human
Well,
nature for people to always gravitate to
if
the
you
negative?
have 3 kids or 3 dads for your kids, then
What does that
you
say about
you must be, you know,
Unhinged.
They're like, hey.
unhinged.
Well, they judge
Not
you.
unhinged.
No, but they just judge you.
Yeah, there's a word for it. We won't say it. We
There's
don't
a
need to
word
say it.
for
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
right.
We don't need to say it. Yeah, yeah.
But
But
people
they
are
don't
gonna
stop.
find.
They don't stop to ask, how did that happen?
Right.
What were you
What's your
going
history?
through?
Right.
That's what I was trying to ask, and you didn't want to tell me. You didn't want to talk about
We
it.
wanna
You
know.
know? Huh?
I can tell you that
Well, I mean,
lightly.
no, I don't need to know. I don't need to know that. I'm not so concerned about
Yeah, no,
about
I mean,
that. You know, it just
Stuff happens. Stuff just happens.
stuff happens. Absolutely.
Sometimes.
You know.
Sometimes things happen and frequently do.
So some people,
But they do.
some people
Stuff
hide,
happens.
some people hide stuff behind their smile,
I do. I'm
and
notorious.
some people wear it on their face.
Oh no, I wear my emotions on my face.
He's pointing at me right
and
now,
and
you guys.
that's why I backed off, because I saw the emotion on her face, and I saw I could push you a little bit, but I didn't want to push her because I didn't want to upset her.
Oh, you won't upset me.
Well,
I
just didn't,
wasn't
you know, I
sure
could
how
see.
I could word it in a way that I'm not gonna.
Well, I think for Brie it's different because she has people sensitive subjects for her.
Uh-huh.
If you don't mind me saying,
Oh,
I'm not.
that's fine.
Is that she will have some certain people on her Facebook that you just have to be careful what you say. I don't have any of those people on my Facebook unless they came in under a false, claiming they were a
So
realtor. There's a
I
different
probably
name.
have people like that on my Facebook, but I don't care.
I don't anymore. I don't care
That's
anymore.
You know what I mean? That's
So
just kind of
having
where I'm
3
at.
kids' dads, it takes
Mhm.
a lot of coordinating
Yeah,
schedules
understood.
and
Yeah.
3 different
all that
personalities.
stuff. Yeah. So then you add in people who could
And 3 different levels of communication.
people that could
Yeah.
be viewing it and delivering different messages, and it causes issues.
Understood.
So, and I
Totally
try to
understood.
keep my life as peaceful as possible.
No, I totally get that. I,
Yeah.
totally-
So
I,
I just
I didn't mean to pry too much.
You're fine.
I just wanted to pry just enough.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, pry away. I don't care.
oh well, shit. All right, here we go.
digging in.
No, serious. So Ireland, huh? No, British.
Northern.
Ireland. Britain, Ireland.
It's not like
I didn't
Northern
know
California
this.
and Southern
Ireland.
California. Well, it's not like Northern. It was really stupid of the British. Let's face it. They should have called it a different name.
Well, I mean,
It would have made my life so much easier in the almost 25 years I've been here if they just
but you
called
have
it
more
like.
of an Irish accent.
No, I don't.
Yeah, yes, you do.
Not if you put me beside.
Yeah.
No,
What
I
is
don't
that
have
accent?
a Southern accent. If you go to Dublin
Yes,
and
you
you
got
put,
an Irish accent.
I
Yes, you
don't
do.
have that accent. If you put somebody from Dublin
Oh.
beside somebody from Northern
I know.
Ireland,
I heard a difference though when you started talking.
Well, that's I'm mimicking something.
That's like-
I'm more
But that's
like
Gerard
I'm more
Butler.
Lucky Charms.
Gerard Butler's
See, they also
accent
have a
versus
smart
yours is different.
it's completely different.
You're right. I
If-
hear it now.
Oh
now
my
I know
god,
the difference.
are you seriously?
If
You serious
you-
right now? I mean, I mimicked an accent I might have heard once in my life.
But
You
that's
did.
because everybody over here hears the Irish accent. If you take someone from if you take someone from Dublin and you put them beside someone from Belfast and you
Uh-huh.
listen to them in a conversation,
Totally different.
night and day.
Yeah.
Complete night and day.
You know what I've noticed? Fun fact. Since hanging out with you, I have picked up on the way you talk.
I'm sorry.
And sometimes I say things things, and I'm like, wow, that's something Pam would say.
Yeah.
So
That's what he
to
talks
me,
so
you're
much.
borderline Australian with your accent.
Oh God,
Is
this
this
is just
true?
going to the crap right now.
No, not in a bad way. Not in a bad
like
way.
the Australian accent.
No, it's
The words we use, yes.
not just the words you use, and some of the inflection. So some of the inflection, right? And you always got to start with the crikey, right?
Do you
But
say
it's when you go
Say
high.
crikes.
When you go high, when I would go low on some.
Okay. You
Okay.
say creaky?
Where
Fun fact.
Stop it.
Fun fact.
Where
See, and
when-
you're
if-
using my fun fact
Well,
now.
wait, where?
Right?
Okay, everybody. Go ahead. Trying to have a serious conversation. No, I'm just kidding.
We're not serious.
Yeah, I know, it's okay. Never mind. No, where if I imitated what you said in an Irish accent, I wouldn't go high in a certain area. I would go low in a certain area.
Hello, can
And
you
if
go?
I imitated what you,
What are you saying? How does this tie into
If-
Australian?
if I
He's
imitated,
getting there.
if I imitated an Australian's accent, it would go high, much like the British, because I mean they were eventually. I mean originally
Okay, so
Australia was a British island.
British, yeah.
Yeah.
So, fun fact:
See, I know a little.
if you go to Ireland, to Dublin,
Mm-hmm.
the Irish have a lilt, so they have a very sing-songy voice,
Yeah.
and they go up like the Americans. If you go to Belfast, and you hear my from home accent, not my accent after 25 years,
I understand.
it's very flat and very monotone. I've changed it because I've been here for so long, but my accent, and if you put me beside my best friend from Ireland, our accents are completely different.
Can you draw
No.
back to it and speak like that?
Not really. Well, some phrases we say. So you say over here, or just a saying is "How now, brown cow," right?
That's the same.
I have never.
I
in
mean,
my
no,
life
no, no,
I'm just
But-
saying. Yeah, if you say those
Like a
words,
children's book.
If you
Jumped
say-
over the moon.
if you say no, that was not how. That was not the brown cow.
That was a black and white one.
It's a black and white cow.
Never ever in my life said that. So
Oh no, that's wrong. No.
All right, so
No,
we say this.
But
then.
take those words, how
Okay.
now brown cow. Well, in Northern Ireland we would say how now brown cow
Whoa.
in that monotone voice. Or if we
hi
say
nine brown
how
kai.
now brown cow. That was pretty good. And like if you take another saying like the rain in
Good.
Spain falls mainly on the plain. This comes from Eliza Doolittle, the movie Eliza Doolittle. In Ireland we say the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Wow.
That's my
Yeah,
accent.
it's BM.
Falls
That's
mainly
how
on the
it
plain.
was.
So you hear how monotone it is and how we don't have that sing-song lilt.
It's like you're not even opening your mouth. The rain and spian.
Well, right. So when I'm
Right,
talking to someone from home,
I mean, look at my mouth when I say it. The rain and spian.
I know it's
Falls
barely
mainly
moving.
on the
I don't
plain.
even, are you a ventriloquist?
as we hear, it's the rain in
Rain
Spain
in
falls
Spain.
mainly on the plain. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's fine.
I'm, when I first started dating my American second
But
husband,
that's completely different than your how now brown cow.
how now brown cow.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
now brown cow. That's completely different because real and high.
How
So you're going up in one and down in the other.
how now
But in
brown
one
cow.
sentence, you're going completely up. High nine brown cow.
Okay, that's not really.
And the
up.
other one, the rain and
Spain falls mainly on the plain.
plain.
How now brown cow. How's that going up?
One's going I, and the other's oh.
Oh,
In my head,
He knows his
accent.
I don't know.
yeah, I think accents.
I don't know.
would be the
Now I'm
right
gonna walk around all day just trying to mimic it.
He's going to start researching it now.
Oh no, for sure. I can't
The next
wait to
time we
see you
talk
guys
to him,
again.
he's going to be in a
Yeah.
full-on Northern Irish accent.
I know.
I'm not even
I'm
sure.
sorry.
I don't wanna
Yeah, it's very.
because the only way to do it is talk like this.
Yeah, you gotta keep your mouth shut.
I can't open my mouth.
You're really
Shut your
trying.
mouth. It is shut.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Can't say that over there.
When I first met my
They're
husband,
like, I am.
Yeah, it's shut.
It's nice sex. Oh wait,
What
I come
is?
back from Ireland in summer. I'm going to Northern Ireland in the
Are
summer.
you gonna come back
Yeah.
with another accent?
Oh yeah, it's gonna come
Ooh, I
back.
want to hear.
It's gonna come back pretty strong, I would say.
I absolutely
going
want to
again?
hear.
Pardon?
What month?
I think July.
Okay.
For the July fortnight.
We're still gonna do Winging It Weekly while she's gone.
Here we are.
just have to figure out how to do like a shared split
A shared
screen
screen.
kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm also when I'm over there going to be doing lives with interviewing realtors over there
Yeah.
to find out the differences between
Hey,
real estate there and here.
If they need a photographer,
They'll pay your expenses.
I know a gal.
I know a great gal.
Honestly, they don't even have to pay me for the shoot. Just fly me there.
Right? For real.
Let's go. Go
Yeah,
enjoy
let's
it.
go. July. All right.
Nice.
I told
and
her
now,
I'm going to put
now
myself
your
in
Winging
a
It Weekly
suitcase.
is totally handled.
Global.
Yep.
Going global.
Wow. The world famous.
Within a couple months.
Yep.
Talk about success.
Right? Oh, so you asked where...
You're paying for your ticket, too.
Yeah, I know, right? Government is tax return. So, it's the only reason I'm going. Plans for Winging It Weekly, that for me is, I see it going, I mean, that being a big thing.
Do you want to be famous?
It's not that
We're
I really...
already famous.
Well, I mean, what do you want it
it's
to be?
not
What do you want it to,
famous.
what do you want it to grow into? I mean, what do you...
I see it being
Yeah.
a hosted thing where
Yeah.
it's a host. Yeah, it's a something that's. I don't see things be standing small. I think I always want to think bigger and better and going big time. And that's where I think eventually we can take it. I think we have it. Both of us have the energy, the drive, and the passion to and the experience to really take this. And yeah, life experiences to do it. And I see where it's worth gone.
Yeah, I like the idea of it eventually turning into something that will help other people. Like we've addressed it a couple of times, people that are starting out in a new business or recently become a single parent, because those are two areas that have taken over our life for the last
Oh yeah,
10
two vastly
years.
different things there, though.
Right. But I think there's a lot of people, though, you know, you get out and you're left with nothing, and a lot of times it's not enough to go work at McDonald's and take care of your family. So if you start a business, you have so much room to grow. And I think a lot of single parents could, or even just to encourage them to try, you know?
Yeah, because I couldn't go and work a regular 9-to-5 job. Not only could I not make the money, I don't have any experience other than real estate, so not only could I not make the
It
money.
wouldn't even pay for my childcare,
No.
let alone all my bills.
Right. And then not only that, but how would I get my kids to school for 9 o'clock in the morning?
Right.
How would I pick them up? How would I take them in doctor dental appointments? And unless, for me personally, being self-employed, I don't have friends here who are in a position to help. We all
Not
work
that consistently.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I see.
So it's, for me, it's, and I know you too, it's our only option is to be independent business owners and single moms at the same time.
That's actually pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. Yes, I've never.
I don't see it as cool. I just see it as, for me personally.
No, I mean
just do what I do. I have to.
it's neat. I mean,
Yeah.
what you see as a necessity, I see as a wow. That's really neat. That's an interesting take. It's an interesting thing to. That's okay. It's an interesting just concept behind it. You know, I do love how you opened it over here and then closed it right here.
Well, because it started to creak right next to the mic, and I'm like, I know he can hear
That's
this.
kind of awesome.
Sharing is caring.
Oh, thanks. I get to listen for a while.
I meant to
forgot
take them
about
all
that.
off and
I forgot about that. My ears are nice and warm now.
yeah. You're like I
Gray.
felt like I could hear really well.
Oh, man.
Right?
Loud and clear.
You like it, huh? So.
Get your fingers.
I just had to do that, right? So,
Troublemaker.
Oh God, you mark that time.
and you know another thing that's really interesting to note about her and I, Brie and I doing the Winging It Weekly, and I know this goes for a lot of people, that one thing that I've been criticized for in the past about social media is people saying, oh, you're on social media, you're not working.
Mm-hmm.
And that bothers me, and you know, other people in our industry, realtors and stuff, are out doing their open houses, they're out doing their live feeds to get the property sold. We're all out networking. It's called a marketing tool.
Mm-hmm.
It's called our marketing, and it's what we have to do to grow our businesses. And for me, I sit up at night, I go to bed at night, and I sit and I write articles, I research posts, I save them on my notebook or what have you in my phone, and I literally go on throughout the day, and it takes all of 10 seconds, copy, paste, post.
Mm-hmm.
There's 10 seconds out of my day where I did that. The only things that don't require that are, you want me to stop?
Yeah, let me do this for 1 second, just for fun. Just to be funny.
Oh.
What's up, bro? What are you doing? No, I'm on a podcast and you're on live, bro, with these two girls I'm doing a podcast with. Yep. Hell yeah. Girls, say hi.
Hey.
What's up? What do you?
I
So
can hear him.
can you hear him? Okay.
No.
Oh, you can't hear him. You can. You can hear him. Though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right. So I have Bree Hunter and I have Pam Mulholland. They do a Facebook Live thing called Winging It Weekly, and they're actually on live with their Winging It Weekly right now. So if you called and the phone rang, so I went ahead and plugged it in and answered it. So what's up? That's all right.
He sits right down the row.
All right, perfect. We gonna do a podcast? Don't be a dick. All right, cool. Text me or give me a call when you get closer. All right. All right, bro. All right, later.
What? We have to learn sign language now?
Yeah, I said I know sign language.
Do you?
That's what I just did, yeah.
Oh, great.
Sorry, guys.
All right.
I
I'm
just
gonna
figured I
learn
would
that.
take that really quick because he called and I didn't know if he'd have anything funny to say, but he didn't.
No, I thought it was interesting though. He said, I'm coming over.
Yeah. He's gonna come over.
Yeah.
Technically, he's coming up here from San
Okay.
Diego.
All
But,
right.
Yeah.
Pam's face right now.
Yeah, but
So do you know sign language? Or do you just know how to say I know sign language?
No, I mean it's...
And let me explain. So I can say, what's your name?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I was at, I used to work at Albertsons. I was a courtesy clerk. It was a bad boy. But we got to be called courtesy clerks because it
Right.
sounded better.
Aw.
And there was this guy outside and he was deaf. He was handing out these cards. And my sister at the time was taking ASL and
my daughter does it too.
yeah, and so I knew how to say, what's your name in sign language? And I said it, and he just starts ripping stuff off. And I'm like, I don't
that
know.
get you?
I'm like,
What do you
I
think,
got
he's gonna
nothing.
turn
I'm
around and go,
like,
"John?"
I'm like, I got nothing, dude. And
Peace out.
I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
And so seriously, it was really awkward. My daughters know sign language really well.
Well, same situation happened to me in the parking lot at Albertsons, funny enough.
Uh-huh.
And a guy came up with selling something, and I wound the window down and said, well, the next minute it all went really quiet. Well, quiet on my arm. And then he starts signing, but he wasn't looking at me. Emily was in the back seat of the car and she was signing back with him.
Oh, that's cool.
awesome.
And it was really cool. So then he left and she broke his heart and said, we don't have any cash, but it was really neat for her to do that. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, my daughters, knowing that I didn't know what they were talking about, they would just sit there and be like, and I'm like, I know you're talking about me.
I want to learn it.
Watch your tone, Missy.
I know, for real, yeah. I saw that facial expression.
Right? I want to learn
You're
it.
upset about earlier.
Yeah, for real.
I saw it. That's it.
I took 3 years of sign language in
Oh, really?
school. Mhm.
Oh, right on.
And then, but I think it was probably 14, 15 years ago. So there's a lot that I don't remember. But actually, just recently, I've been thinking about just taking classes again because I love it. And I think it would be really neat to
I'll do it with you because
Yeah.
I'd love it. All I know is thank you, no, and yes. That's as far as mine gets.
My son was, and those are important, along with drink and food, right? No, my son was speech delayed. No, my son was speech delayed.
I know what that is.
I'm being totally serious.
Mhm.
No, I'm teasing. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I
yeah.
am though. My son was speech delayed, and he didn't speak until he was, I don't know, 3 or 4.
Wow.
And so he has oral motor
Yeah, so
apraxia.
that helped.
And so we had to teach him sign language as a kid.
Oh,
So
cool.
there was a certain amount of sign language that we could teach him that he'd be able to
Communicate
he'd
with
be able
you.
to communicate and and thank you and yes and no and we'd be like, do you want juice? And he'd be like, you want juice? And I want food.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
helped.
Yeah, no, it helped a whole lot.
I've heard it's great to teach kids sign language anyways.
I have no idea. I mean,
Starting as babies, they say. It's easier for them to communicate,
for
that
sure,
way,
yeah.
right? And then as they learn how to talk, then that grows.
Well, I think it's also exercising a different, like they talk about Alzheimer's and how parts of our brain get lazy. It's another way of activating the more creative side of our brain by doing sign language versus going to language. it's doing the creative sides. I think it's good, but I'll do it with you. I truly would love to do that.
I'm going to look into classes.
Plus salsa dancing and Krav Maga. So
we're going to be doing
And Krav Maga. Salsa dancing, Krav Maga, and sign language.
Well, my kids and I do
Very
taekwondo.
well rounded.
Taekwondo is our thing, but I
Yeah.
want to switch over to Krav Maga. That's
Can I go
Krav
with you?
Maga's cool.
yeah, I'd love it.
I go
Always wanted
to a
do
lot of vacant homes alone, and it's kind of sketchy sometimes. So it'd be
Let's
nice
do
to
it.
know how to defend
that.
myself
Absolutely.
without having to run out to my car, get my taser, and then.
Oh, that's helpful,
That's-
Bree. Have it in your car.
Put it in your purse.
I know, right? Well, I don't carry my purse in a shoe. I carry my camera and my
Or
tripod.
put it in your
so-
pocket. That's wrap it around your waist.
Pockets.
You know,
Your
I
wrist.
just
Or pockets.
so my birthday's coming up, and I just bought myself a crossbow.
Ooh.
Because it's legal
Arrow?
to open carry a crossbow.
Stop it.
Yup.
Are you
Oh
serious?
my gosh, can you imagine walking down the street with that?
My
If you cross
favorite
it.
show is Arrow.
I couldn't get into it. I tried.
I love
never even
that.
tried.
Especially
I don't
because
know.
that man
Oh,
is
he's hot.
handsome.
He's hotter than get out.
Mhm. But I didn't hold my attention.
Well, let's look at him that whole attention. Anyway, moving on.
What, you okay?
So.
Yeah, I know.
Get
It's
right
like,
over
yeah, buddy.
But yeah, so I bought myself a crossbow, and
Nice.
Well, there's a place up off of
figured,
the.
what the hell? And I bought
Right?
a target. I shoot it in my backyard.
What is it? The 71. There's a place to go
Nice.
shoot.
I can shoot in my backyard. It's a crossbow.
Well, I mean, what if it? Okay.
To each their own.
Hopefully it doesn't.
I have a target.
Hopefully you don't miss.
Well, it came
for
with
your
the
for your
sight.
neighbor's sake.
It came with the
He
sight. I
has a
signed
target,
it
not
in.
his
It's fine.
ex-wife. It's a real target. No.
My neighbors are all right. They'll be all right. They'll survive. There's plenty
Well,
of
they
them.
have an arrow through their neck.
Yeah.
Right.
It's okay.
And they're like, no, I'm good, bro.
Sure hope they're not attached to their cat.
Yeah, seriously.
Should have kept it inside.
For
That's
sure.
an idea. It's a great idea.
All right, I'm gonna end the podcast. I'm gonna go ahead and close this up because we're getting a little weird. For those people who want to find Winging It Weekly and find you guys, what's the best way for them to find you?
Well,
Facebook.
our Facebook.
Yeah,
Facebook?
and just
My
search
personal
Winging It
Facebook.
Weekly.
Or
Winging It
Winging It
Weekly.
Weekly.
It's WININ apostrophe because they made it complicated.
You missed a
WING.
G.
WINGIN
Winging.
apostrophe. Sorry,
It-
I kept both G's out.
Mhm.
And our logo on there is the Wonder Woman logo.
Yeah.
Because that's what we are. We're
Is
Wonder
there
Woman.
another Winging It Weekly that we might get confused with?
There's a million of different
there
Winging It Weekly, not Wing It, but Winging It Weekly,
Oh, I thought
Winging
we were
It Weekly
original.
Real Estate, yeah. So, but there's, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know, rude, right? I think we should
Super
also.
rude.
I think we should
For
also
sure.
plug our other thing that we do every
What
other
is it?
Thursday. Do you mind if we do
Go
that?
ahead. What is it?
We do Keeping It Real Estate, and we meet at Old Town Front Street down in Temecula,
And what is that?
and it's real estate mastermind group, and it's based around real estate professionals, not just realtors, but real estate professionals
Mhm.
that come together from 5 to 7 every other Thursday, and it's on the floor below Luke's.
Okay.
And we talk about personal growth is something new we're doing, and Bree leads that. Social media marketing and advertising, networking, all constructive
business.
modern day ways to grow your business. And we bring in speakers to come in and talk about that.
Oh, wow, right on.
And we do that with Antonio Mendoza, realtor, Larry Landau, who's a closing gift, lightning laser cuts, Brian Watson from Goosehead Mortgage, and
Mhm.
then the two of us.
Nice. That's
And
awesome.
so we do
Yeah,
that.
but people,
And that's
different
going great.
affiliates, you know, what, there was a guy who, he makes cards, he came, you know, just anyone
Right.
that could gain business from realtors
You can
or
support the real
in-
estate industry.
in the real estate, yeah,
Termite, home inspection,
everyone,
escrow,
Hmm.
just learning about
Yeah.
each other, learning about growing
Yeah.
business, it's good.
And this is every Thursday?
every other Thursday.
Every
so
other Thursday?
we
So
meet next Thursday. This coming
this coming
Thursday, yeah. We
Today's
do that.
Friday.
And
So-
today's Friday, so 6 more days.
All right,
But that's
so Thursday.
that took off. That really took off
And what
fast
time?
and
What
furious.
time?
5 to 7.
5 to 7? Okay.
And the
You
great
gonna come
thing.
by?
No, but I got a guy.
Oh, come on.
You got a guy?
Yeah, I know. I got a guy. He does. He actually has worked with some real estate agents and done some work for back end stuff for websites and MLS stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
We would do that. We could do with that.
Mhm.
But the great thing that makes it
I'll let her
work
know for
is
sure.
all of our energies, the 5 of us that do it, the energy and the camaraderie and the friendship that's developed from it. We all just work. We're all motivated. We're very driven, very pushed and passionate to grow our businesses and help everybody. And we believe that if we give out, we get back.
Right.
We don't push our businesses at all at it. That's not what we're about. People know what we do, but we don't push our businesses. We just want to give out to people and help them and help them grow their businesses. And as a byproduct of that, we grow ours.
Right. No, I got you.
So we're very much a very giving group.
Well, no, that's cool. I will let him know for sure.
Yeah, please do. Just
he also does a podcast. He actually does a podcast out of Old Town.
Oh, really? What's it called?
Well, that's good.
It's called Table Talk 3G.
Table Talk
3G. It's the podcast he does.
You
Yeah.
have to get on that. Would he have us on?
He probably would. Yeah, he probably would. I've been on it.
We'll buy him drinks.
We'll just be a podcast.
We'll bring alcohol.
We'll travel
he
to
actually
different
does
people.
it. There's a place called RMB Shave Parlor in Old Town.
What is that?
It's a shave parlor.
Like a barbershop?
Yeah, it's a barbershop.
Oh.
And there are a bunch of master barbers, and so he does it with them there at the barbershop.
That's
It's actually
really
really
cool.
cool. They have a
Oh,
like
cool.
I have my garage talk and my poker
They
table.
have
They
a-
have a pool table in the barbershop, and so they do it at the table, and so they call it Table Talk 3G.
That's cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. We also do a podcast with Antonio.
Yeah, we have another one.
Is that the one I saw last week?
In like a
I wasn't
studio?
on that one yet,
Yeah.
but
Right on.
yeah, we do that
That's awesome.
every week with Antonio Mendoza as well.
Nice.
Just do real estate.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right on.
Yeah.
We just like to talk, basically.
we like to talk and
If I
share
can be
and help.
sexist, I'll just say well, you're
Women.
Women.
Life needs variety. We need variety.
Yeah.
We can get stuck in our mundane jobs.
As
Mundane,
I've said
you know what I
before,
mean?
it's like it's not just about putting a video out there. A lot of times it's therapy for us.
Oh,
we
no,
have
I hear you.
I really look
That's
forward
why
to
I do
Friday.
this.
week.
That's why I do
Yeah.
this. I do this for therapy. I never expected to get a bunch of listeners.
Mhm.
Everybody has like this podcast niche, or everybody's trying to monetize, and I have neither.
Just
You know,
did
I've
it
done-
because you wanted
I've
to.
done podcasts on topics from mental health to barbecuing to MS to the coronavirus, and I just
Oh, don't
all
get me
everything in
started.
between. Oh no,
It's
we'll
'cause
talk
you
off the
have
air. We'll
it.
talk off the air.
Oh.
But I've
It's
talked
'cause
about
I have it.
I've talked about everything in between, and I don't have a niche, and I just the reason I do it is I figure if you don't like this episode, try the next one,
Right.
because you might
You
like that
never
one.
know what you're gonna touch
I've
on.
done one on first cars. I don't know, like our first cars, and we talked for like an hour on like our first cars and what we did to them, and just like stupid stuff, and and it's therapeutic to me. I've had a number of different. This is a hobby for me more than anything. I don't, I'm not trying to make a living doing this. I had the money to spend on stuff, so I spent it on stuff and figured I'd have a good time,
Right.
and enjoy it.
Sounds great.
Thanks.
This stuff.
Oh, the
You
sound
mean through the
quality.
headphones?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Yeah, it's
The sound
fine,
quality.
guys. Jeez.
Anyway, I'm
Well,
gonna go.
skipping on from that.
Yeah,
You do
for
know
real.
that this microphone shield is upside down, and that actually
They
really
all are. They all are
stresses me out.
because so I have the microphones upside down rather than right side up, and that was a personal preference for me. I could have them flipped over and have them down sticking up, and then this would be the right way.
It's very, it's very.
Is it really? Is it bothering
Yeah.
you?
It bothers
Well, you know what you can do is you can take it, you can pull it out, and you can actually twist this around, and
No.
like,
Oh,
and
Well, it's too late now.
should have
and
told
the-
him that an hour ago.
she should have told me it was a problem. And the label's not on the other side,
Oh, I get what you're talking about. You're talking
and
about.
then you wouldn't even know. Yep, then you wouldn't even know it was there,
Oh, good
and
to-
everything's fine.
Wow,
Yeah, see.
you can breathe now.
Yeah, it's called a pop filter, and there's actually a real cheap, cheesy way to make pop filters that works just as well. And you take stockings and you just put it over a coat hanger,
Makes sense.
and it works perfect. But this looks a
Probably
lot better.
looks. Yeah.
That would definitely go with our winging it weekly.
I know.
We are winging it with
Look
the
what I got.
stocking and a coat
I know.
Yeah, for sure.
Going to rob a bank after.
Serious. You're like, I need this back.
Yeah, take it out.
And then I'm
No,
going to a
no, I
networking
gotta-
event.
I gotta
so
put it back on.
Right. Oh my gosh.
So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and close it up. Thank you guys so much for coming out and
Of
being on,
course.
taking
Thank
a
you for
chance with
having
us.
us.
Yeah,
with
happy
the
to be
dude
here.
you didn't even know. That's kind of
Who shut us up in his garage?
a little creepy.
Or
I
as
mean,
we call a garage in Ireland.
I have a
Northern
lot of
Ireland
faith in
garage.
people.
yeah,
I'm
that's,
too trusting. That's
you
my
need
problem.
you definitely need to put your
calm down on that
Your,
side.
you
My
need, yeah,
trust.
you need to put your what is it called?
Big girl panties on?
No, the
Hey,
I don't know where he's going
they're
with that.
on.
The thing.
I know, I was going to say, that doesn't apply to her.
Put a stun gun in your purse.
Oh yeah, but like I said,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
bring my purse in.
Well, you need to take it in.
You
So-
know, that's not going to fly
And then I've
if
got a
somebody
huge
attacks you.
Okay.
taser. Okay,
I'll tell you. I have to tell you. I'll tell you. I'll solve your problem.
all right, let's
But
go.
I have to do it off the air,
Okay.
and I'll tell you why off the air.
Oh, I think I know.
Can we
where
go
you-
back on there and then bring it up?
Is it a crossbow?
As you said, all fair.
No, we can next week. Just not right now. Yeah. But I have a solution for you. It's actually kind of funny.
All right, cool.
And it actually happened like 15 minutes before you guys got here. It's really funny.
Well, wow, this is
so-
getting
His
really interesting.
housekeeper
I
had
can't
to
wait.
take it out on her. She attacked him.
So,
All right, goodbye.
anyway, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have questions or comments for them, you know how to contact them. If you have questions or comments for me, you want me to revisit a topic or anything, email me, garagetalkpc@gmail.com. Other than that, I will see you guys next week. Have a great day.
And we are going to end our live, Bree, right?
Yeah,
We're good to
we're
go.
good.
So
Okay.
thank you for joining us on something that was a little bit different this time around. And I'm Pamela Mulholland, Transaction Coordinator, and this is...
Bree Hunter with BHP and Company.
And if anybody wants to see us talk about anything, oh, there's my ex-husband texting. If anybody wants to see us, hear us talk about anything, or you have any questions, then feel free to contact us. Where'd you go? You're leaving already.
Call
So
us.
anyone, take care.
Text
Thanks
us.
Bye.
Watch us next week.